a special type of exhibit was designed. And it was designed by a marketing firm here in this area. And it was called, in the end, it was called the inverted V. Just think about that for a second. It's the opposite of a V. And I'll explain to you how it went down, right? As you take a look around in any hall, you'll see about 70% of all the exhibits have concave backdrops, just kind of a gentle curve, and usually some graphics on that. And then maybe towards the front, they'll have a card table and a couple of chairs, and that will essentially be their exhibit. And we're talking now about a 10 by 10 exhibit. This could be longer than that, could be 10 by 20, but nevertheless, the majority of small businesses buy a 10 by 10 exhibit. They might get one of those concave backdrops, and they're going to show up and sit at a little table and see if they can't engage people as they walk by. That's the standard. I would say 60 to 70% of all exhibitors do this. Well, so here's the interesting idea strategically that led to quite a revolution. If you think about that backdrop, the concave backdrop that I mentioned, so common, everybody buys them, they're attractive and so on. And you go to the very middle of the whole thing and assume it's a drapery or some kind of a real relaxed fabric of some sort now, just mentally. And you grab the middle of that, the very middle of that concave backdrop, and it's a fabric, and you bring it this way. You start to pull it from the top and the bottom, and you pull it towards you, and you keep coming, and you can stop right at the very 50% depth of the exhibit. Now all of a sudden, when you step back and look what you've got two super panels. Each of them can hold, theoretically, a graphic, right? So you can have a special message or graphic targeting your existing customers. And the other side of this super graphic, it's probably about 4 by 8, by the way, would be a new message for non-customers. That's a very interesting thing. Now there's actually feng shui woven up in this entire thing, because as you come out to the very corners, right up by the aisle, the display features a podium over here on the far left-hand side, right up by the aisle now, and another one right over here on this side, tucked into the corner there, and the podium's about 4 or 5 feet tall, so people can stand on it, and stand by it rather, and lean on it, and chat with people as they go by. But when you go by, and you're a customer or a prospect, whatever, you're just hanging out at the convention, what's interesting about this is that you're now not 10 feet away from the organization, you're not 10 feet away from the display, you're only 5 feet away from the display. Of course, there's got a big vertical ridge right there. So there you have it. Essentially, fundamentally, you've got a big giant V, and then you've got a podium over here and a podium over there. Far, far easier to get people involved with you. They're closer to you, you're closer to them. The messaging is far more interesting. This is the inverted V. The secret was actually the most innovative exhibit design, and that's according to Nomadic Manufacturing, by the way. They've been around the industry many, many years. Globally, it was named the single most interesting and unusual, unique, breakthrough exhibit design, the inverted V, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. The inverted V. Think about the inverted V as you line up your plans for of course, going and displaying or exhibiting at a trade show.